Riley Gaines testified on Capitol Hill about her experience having to compete with transgender athletes. She got choked up, didn't she, Todd?
Yeah, think about it. You devote your whole life to this, and then basically awards and accolades are ripped away from you like that. In addition to talking about the fairness of competing against biological men, Riley Gaines becoming emotional when talking about being forced to share a locker room with transgender swimmer Leah Thomas.
I'll set the scene. A swimming locker room is not a place of modesty. You're undressing, you're fully exposed, and we were forced to take off our swimsuit in front of a man who was doing the exact same thing. If nothing else, I truly hope how you can see this as a violation of our right to privacy and how some of us have felt uncomfortable, embarrassed, and even traumatized by this experience.
Gaines going on to compare her swimming career to her husband's, saying while she won all the awards, he could kick her butt in the pool.
Okay, thanks, Todd. Now this. Austin Killips is a biological man who identifies female. Killips has competed and won a number of women's cycling races, often dominating the competition. Killips is set to compete again this weekend in the U.S. National Championship races. Taylor Silverman is a female skateboarder, and Taylor joins me now. Taylor, you're joining Riley Gaines protesting. Do you want Killips pulled from the competition?
Hi, thank you for having me. Good morning. I will be joining Riley and other female athletes this weekend in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Pro National Women's Championship Cycling. And I hope that UCI and USA Cycling hears us and decides to change the rules that currently allow male athletes like Killips to compete in the women's division, because it's simply unfair. And it is not right that the women have to miss out on their opportunities because of one person's feelings.
Have you been forced to compete against biological men before?
I've competed with males on 3 separate occasions in skateboarding. 2 of those times I actually got bumped out of first place into second, and I've also lost out on prize money. And I understood that this was not fair, it was wrong, so I reached out to contest organizers after the 3rd contest, and it was with Red Bull. So I reached out to them and raised my concerns, and they completely ignored me, which led me to share my story on social media, where I truly began to understand how big of an issue this was because of the amount of support I received from people all over the world and the amount of stories that I heard of this happening in just about every other sport.
So you got a lot of support, but did you get much backlash?
I've gotten a little bit of backlash, online hate and bullying, but for the most part, and especially in real life, I've received nothing but support. I get hundreds of thousands of messages every month from people thanking me for speaking up, whether that be female athletes, parents, coaches. And I've gotten everything from job offers to marriage proposals. So there are people who are very grateful that I'm using my voice on this issue. And I think a lot of people are scared to use their voice, but I really want to encourage people to speak up too, because you will receive support.
Do you have a solution here, like a separate category for trans athletes?
I think that that's one possibility. And actually, I saw a statement from the female cyclist who placed second to Killips in a recent race in North Carolina that she believed that a separate category was appropriate. I think that's one possibility, or it could possibly be a solution in people competing in the category that aligns with their sex. But what we know for sure is what we're doing now is not working, and that female athletes should not lose out because of male athletes in their division.
So it is possible that this Saturday a male transitioning to female could race against women and win a national championship. That is possible. Taylor Silverman, thanks very much for being with us this morning. We'll see you again later. Thanks a lot.